Ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today to explore a profound concept that has captured the imagination of philosophers, scientists, and thinkers throughout the ages. It is the idea that our reality, the very world we inhabit, may be a simulation. This thought-provoking notion challenges our understanding of existence, urging us to look beyond the surface of our daily lives. The simulation hypothesis is a theory that suggests our reality might not be the base reality, but rather a sophisticated simulation created by a more advanced civilization. This concept, while gaining significant attention in recent years, has roots that extend back through centuries of philosophical and scientific inquiry. The modern articulation of the simulation hypothesis can be traced back to the philosopher Nick Bostrom, who in 2003 presented a paper titled, "Are You Living in a Computer Simulation?" Bostrom posits that at least one of the following propositions must be true. 1. Almost all civilizations at our level of technological development go extinct before becoming technologically mature. 2. The fraction of technologically mature civilizations that are interested in running ancestor simulations is almost zero. Or 3. We are almost certainly living in a computer simulation. Bostrom's argument hinges on the idea that if future civilizations have the technological capability to create highly detailed simulations of their ancestors, and if they choose to do so, the number of simulated realities would vastly outnumber the base reality. Therefore, statistically speaking, it is more likely that we are in one of these simulations rather than the one true reality. The notion of reality as a simulation raises profound questions about the nature of existence. What we perceive as solid, tangible, and real may be nothing more than data and algorithms processed by an advanced system. The implications of this are staggering, challenging our understanding of everything from consciousness to the physical laws of the universe. Support for the simulation hypothesis comes from various directions. Advances in virtual reality and computer graphics demonstrate that it is possible to create increasingly realistic simulated environments. The exponential growth in computing power suggests that future civilizations could possess the capability to simulate entire universes down to the smallest detail. Moreover, some scientists and philosophers argue that certain aspects of our universe seem to support the simulation hypothesis. For instance, the quantization of space and time at the smallest scales could be indicative of the discrete nature of digital reality. Additionally, the fine-tuning of physical constants that allow for the existence of life might suggest an underlying design consistent with the idea of a created simulation. Critics of the simulation hypothesis argue that it is unfalsifiable, meaning it cannot be proven or disproven, making it more of a philosophical conjecture than a scientific theory. They also point out that just because something is theoretically possible does not mean it is actually the case. The leap from our current understanding of technology to a civilization capable of creating such simulations is immense, and it assumes a level of technological advancement that may never be reached. Despite these criticisms, the simulation hypothesis remains a compelling framework for exploring the nature of reality. It forces us to reconsider our assumptions about the world and opens up new avenues of inquiry in both science and philosophy. By contemplating the possibility that our reality might be a simulation, we are prompted to explore deeper questions about consciousness, existence, and the ultimate nature of the universe. The nature of reality is one of the most profound and enduring questions in philosophy, science, and spirituality. It addresses the fundamental nature of existence, seeking to understand what is real and how we can know it. At its core, this inquiry delves into the fabric of the universe, the essence of consciousness, and the relationship between the observer and the observer, and the observed. From a scientific perspective, reality is often defined by the physical laws that govern the universe. These laws, as described by physics, provide a framework for understanding the behavior of matter and energy. However, even within the realm of science, there are debates about the true nature of these laws in the universe they describe. Quantum mechanics, for example, reveals a world that is probabilistic and uncertain at its most fundamental level. particles exist in states of potentiality until they are observed, leading to questions about the role of the observer in shaping reality. Einstein's theory of relativity further complicates our understanding of reality by demonstrating that time and space are not absolute but relative and interwoven. The implications of these theories challenge our intuitive perceptions of a stable, consistent reality, suggesting that what we experience is merely a limited view of a far more complex and dynamic universe. Philosophers have long grappled with the nature of reality, often questioning whether what we perceive through our senses is indeed the true nature of existence, or merely a facade. Plato's allegory of the cave, for instance, illustrates the idea that our sensory experiences are like shadows on a wall, mere reflections of a deeper, more fundamental reality. According to Plato, true knowledge comes from understanding the abstract forms and ideas that underlie the physical world. The concept of idealism, championed by philosophers like George Berkeley, posits that reality is fundamentally mental and that physical objects do not exist independently of our perception of them. This view suggests that the material world is a construct of the mind, and what we consider to be external reality is in fact an internal projection. On the other hand, realism maintains that a world exists independently of our perceptions and beliefs. This perspective holds that objects possess properties and exist whether or not they are being observed. The challenge for realists, however, is to explain how we can know this independent reality given the mediation of our senses and cognitive processes. In the realm of Eastern philosophy, concepts like Maya in Hinduism and the notion of emptiness in Buddhism offer insights into the nature of reality. Maya refers to the illusion or appearance of the phenomenal world, suggesting that the reality we experience is not the ultimate truth. Similarly, Buddhism teaches that the inherent nature of all phenomena is emptiness, indicating that things do not possess an independent, unchanging essence. Spiritual and mystical traditions often describe reality as a unity or oneness, transcending the dualities and distinctions that we commonly perceive. These perspectives emphasize the interconnectedness of all things and suggest that the ultimate nature of reality is beyond the grasp of ordinary perception and intellectual understanding. Mystics throughout history have reported experiences of a profound, direct awareness of this underlying unity, often described as an encounter with the divine or the absolute. The nature of reality also encompasses the study of consciousness and its role in shaping our experience. Some theories propose that consciousness itself is a fundamental aspect of reality, not merely a byproduct of physical processes. This viewpoint challenges the materialist paradigm that dominates much of contemporary science and opens the door to exploring reality as a co-creation between the mind and the external world. In conclusion, the nature of reality is a multifaceted question that spans various domains of inquiry. From the enigmatic behaviors of quantum particles to the philosophical debates about perception and existence, to the spiritual insights into the unity of all things, the quest to understand reality continues to push the boundaries of human knowledge and experience. Each perspective offers a unique lens through which we can explore the profound mysteries of existence, inviting us to expand our understanding and deepen our awareness of the world and our place within it. Perception and reality are two concepts that, while intimately connected, often diverge in significant ways. Perception refers to the way we interpret and understand sensory information, forming our subjective experience of the world. Reality, on the other hand, is the state of things as they actually exist, independent of our perceptions and interpretations. The interplay between perception and reality is a central theme in many fields, including philosophy, psychology, and neuroscience, and it raises profound questions about the nature of truth and the reliability of our senses. From a philosophical standpoint, the distinction between perception and reality has been a subject of debate for centuries. Philosophers like René Descartes questioned the reliability of sensory perceptions, famously doubting everything that could possibly be doubted in his quest for certain knowledge.
Descartes concluded that while our senses can deceive us, the act of doubting itself confirms the existence of the doubter cogito. Ergo sum I think, therefore I am. This highlights the idea that our perceptions may not always accurately reflect reality.
Immanuel Kant further developed this line of thought by distinguishing between the phenomenal world, the world as we experience it, and the noumenal world, the world as it is in itself. According to Kant, our perceptions are filtered through the categories of our understanding, such as space and time, which shape our experience of reality. However, we can never have direct access to the noumenal world. We can only know reality as it appears to us.
Psychology and neuroscience provide additional insights into the relationship between perception and reality. Our brains are constantly processing and interpreting sensory information, constructing a coherent representation of the world.
However, this process is influenced by various factors, including prior knowledge, expectations, and context. This means that our perceptions are not always an accurate reflection of external reality, but are shaped by internal mental processes. One well-known example of this is the phenomenon of optical illusions. Optical illusions occur when the brain's interpretation of visual information leads to a perception that differs from objective reality. These illusions highlight the ways in which our brains can be fooled by context, lighting, and other factors, resulting in a distorted perception of what is actually there.
Similarly, cognitive biases can affect our perceptions and judgments. These biases are systematic patterns of deviation from norm or rationality in judgment, and they influence the way we process information and make decisions. For instance, the confirmation bias leads us to favor information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs while discounting evidence that contradicts them. This can result in a skewed perception of reality, where we see what we expect or want to see rather than what is objectively true.
Moreover, cultural and social factors play a significant role in shaping our perceptions. Different cultures have different ways of interpreting and understanding the world, leading to variations in perception.
For example, research has shown that people from collectivist cultures, which emphasize group harmony and interdependence, are more likely to perceive objects in relation to their context, whereas people from individualist cultures, which emphasize personal autonomy and independence,
are more likely to focus on individual objects in isolation. The influence of media and technology on perception is another critical area of exploration. In today's digital age, our perceptions of reality are increasingly mediated by screens and virtual environments. Social media, news outlets, and entertainment can shape our understanding of the world, often presenting a curated or biased view of reality. This can create echo chambers where people are exposed primarily to information that aligns with their existing beliefs, reinforcing their perceptions and potentially distorting their sense of reality.
Furthermore, virtual reality and augmented reality technologies are blurring the lines between perception and reality even further.
These technologies create immersive experiences that can mimic or alter real-world environments, challenging our ability to distinguish between what is real and what is simulated. This raises important questions about the future of perception and the ethical implications of manipulating our sensory experiences. The field of phenomenology, founded by Edmund Husserl, focuses on the study of conscious experience and the ways in which things appear to us in objective experience. Phenomenologists argue that to understand reality, we must examine the structures of consciousness and the intentional acts through which we relate to the world. This perspective emphasizes the active role of the perceiver in shaping their experience of reality, suggesting that perception is not a passive reception of sensory data, but an active interpretation and engagement with the world. In summary, the relationship between perception and reality is complex and multifaceted. While our perceptions provide us with a way to navigate and understand the world, they are influenced by a myriad of factors, from neurological processes and cognitive biases to cultural context and technological mediation. Understanding this relationship requires a multidisciplinary approach, integrating insights from philosophy, psychology, neuroscience, and other fields to unravel the intricate ways in which we construct our experience of reality. consciousness, often described as the state of being aware of and able to think about one's own existence, thoughts, and surroundings, plays a crucial role in our understanding of reality and the nature of human experience. It is one of the most enigmatic and debated topics in both philosophy and science, touching upon issues of perception, self-awareness, and the fundamental nature of reality itself. At its most basic level, consciousness is what allows us to experience the world. It is through consciousness that we perceive, interpret, and respond to our environment. Without consciousness, there would be no subjective experience, no sense of self, no thoughts, no feelings. The study of consciousness seeks to answer questions about what it is, how it arises, and what its functions are. One of the central issues in the study of consciousness is the heart problem, a term coined by philosopher David Chalmers. The heart problem refers to the difficulty of explaining why and how physical processes in the brain give rise to subjective experiences. While science can describe the neural mechanisms underlying perception, cognition, and behavior, it remains a profound mystery why these processes should be accompanied by conscious experience. This gap in understanding suggests that consciousness might be more than just a byproduct of brain activity. Various theories have been proposed to explain the nature of consciousness. Some scientists and philosophers advocate for a materialist view, which holds that consciousness arises from physical processes in the brain. According to this perspective, mental states are entirely dependent on and reducible to neural states. Advances in neuroscience have provided significant insights into how different brain regions and networks are involved in various aspects of consciousness, such as attention, self-awareness, and decision-making. However, other theories challenge the materialist view. Dualism, for instance, posits that consciousness is a distinct, non-physical substance that interacts with the brain but is not reducible to it. This view, historically associated with René Descartes, suggests a fundamental separation between the mind and the body. While dualism faces challenges in explaining the interaction between the two substances, it addresses the intuitive sense that consciousness possesses qualities that are not easily accounted for by physical processes alone. Panpsychism is another intriguing theory that has gained attention in recent years. It proposes that consciousness is a fundamental feature of the universe, much like space, time, and matter. According to panpsychism, all physical entities possess some form of consciousness, albeit in a rudimentary form in simpler organisms and objects. This view attempts to bridge the gap between mind and matter by suggesting that consciousness is a pervasive aspect of reality, inherent in all things. Consciousness also plays a pivotal role in shaping our perception of reality. Our conscious awareness allows us to interpret sensory information, form memories, and construct a coherent narrative of our experiences. This narrative is essential for our sense of identity and continuity over time. Consciousness enables us to reflect on our experiences, make decisions, and set goals, giving us a sense of agency and purpose. The study of altered states of consciousness, such as those induced by meditation, psychoactive substances, or certain neurological conditions, provides further insights into the nature of consciousness. These states can dramatically alter perceptions, emotions, and thoughts, suggesting that consciousness is not a monolithic experience but a dynamic and multifaceted phenomenon. Understanding these altered states can shed light on the underlying mechanisms of consciousness and its potential for growth and transformation. In addition to its individual aspects, consciousness has a social dimension. Human beings are deeply social creatures, and our consciousness is profoundly shaped by our interactions with others. Social and cultural contexts influence our thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors, highlighting the interplay between individual consciousness and collective experience. Language, for instance, is a crucial tool that allows us to share our inner experiences with others, facilitating communication and collaboration. Furthermore, consciousness is intricately linked to the concept of free will. The ability to make choices and deliberate about actions is a fundamental aspect of our conscious experience. While the extent to which free will is real or an illusion is a topic of ongoing debate, consciousness. The idea that our reality might be a sophisticated simulation created by an advanced civilization is a compelling and provocative hypothesis. While it remains speculative, several signs and phenomena have been proposed that might suggest we are living in a simulated reality. These signs stem from a variety of fields, including physics, computer science, and and philosophy, and they collectively challenge our conventional understanding of existence.
One of the most intriguing signs comes from the field of physics, where certain aspects of the universe appear to have a digital or quantized nature. For example, space and time seem to be composed of discrete units at the smallest scales, as suggested by theories like loop quantum gravity. This quantization is reminiscent of digital computing, where information is processed in bits. If our reality operates on a similar principle, it might indicate an underlying computational substrate. The pervasive role of mathematics in describing the laws of nature is another potential sign. The fact that the universe can be described so accurately by mathematical equations suggests a level of order and structure that is consistent with the idea of a programmed reality. Some scientists, such as theoretical physicist Max Tegmark, argue that the universe is fundamentally mathematical, and this mathematical nature could be a clue that we are living in a simulation. The fine-tuning argument points to the precise values of physical constants that allow for the existence of life in the universe as we know it. These constants appear to be finely tuned to a degree that seems improbable by chance alone. Some proponents of the simulation hypothesis suggest that this fine-tuning could be intentional, set by the creators of the simulation to ensure the development of a stable and life-supporting environment. Certain unexplained phenomena and anomalies in our understanding of the universe might be signs of a simulated reality. For instance, there's the mystery of dark matter and dark energy, which together constitute about 95% of the universe's mass energy content, could be interpreted as code, or underlying mechanisms of the simulation that we do not yet understand. Additionally, phenomena like quantum entanglement, where particles appear to communicate instantaneously across vast distances, challenge our conventional understanding of space and time and might hint at deeper layers of reality. In quantum mechanics, the observer effect refers to the phenomenon where the act of observation appears to alter the outcome of a quantum event. This peculiar feature suggests that reality may be dependent on observation, akin to how a computer simulation only renders parts of the environment that are being observed by the player. If the universe operates on similar principles, it might indicate that our reality is programmed to behave differently when under observation. The prevalence of themes related to simulations in culture, media, and art might reflect a deeper intuition or awareness of our simulated nature. Works like The Matrix and Inception,
as well as numerous video games and virtual reality experiences, explore the boundaries between reality and simulation. The widespread fascination with these themes could be seen as a subconscious recognition of the simulation hypothesis.
The rapid advancement of technology, particularly in the fields of virtual reality and artificial intelligence, suggests that creating highly realistic simulations might be possible in the near future. As our own simulations become more sophisticated, it becomes increasingly plausible that an advanced civilization could have already achieved this level of technological prowess. The trajectory of our technological development provides a mirror that reflects the potential capabilities of our hypothetical simulators. Many people report experiences of déjà vu, the sensation that they have already lived through a moment before. While these experiences can often be explained by memory and cognitive processes, some proponents of the simulation hypothesis speculate that they could be glitches or errors in the simulation.
Similarly, other anomalies in perception, such as instances of apparent time dilation or inexplicable coincidences, might be interpreted as signs of the underlying simulation framework.
Theoretical arguments, like those presented by philosopher Nick Bostrom, suggest that if advanced civilizations have the capability to create simulations and choose to do so, the number of simulated realities would vastly outnumber the one base reality. Word base reality. Statistically, this implies that it is more likely we are living in one of the many simulations rather than the single original reality. This line of reasoning, known as the simulation argument, provides a probabilistic basis for the simulation hypothesis. The nature of consciousness and self-awareness itself might offer clues to the simulated nature of reality. If consciousness is not purely a product of physical processes but involves some form of computational or informational substrate, it could imply that our minds are operating within a designed system. The very fact that we can question our reality and consider the simulation hypothesis might be a reflection of the advanced nature of the simulation we inhabit.
Exploring the purpose of a hypothetical simulation in which we might be living involves delving into speculative realms of thought, drawing on ideas from philosophy, theology, science, and even science fiction. The purpose behind such a simulation could be multifaceted and complex, potentially encompassing a range of objectives from scientific experimentation to entertainment or ethical development. One possible purpose of the simulation could be scientific research. Advanced civilizations might create simulations to study the development of life, the evolution of societies, or the behavior of complex systems under various conditions. By observing simulated realities, researchers could gather vast amounts of data without the ethical and practical limitations of real-world experiments. This type of research could help them understand fundamental questions about life, consciousness, and the universe. Another plausible purpose is the reconstruction of history. A civilization might simulate its past to study historical events, decisions, and cultural developments in a controlled environment. By running multiple simulations with varying initial conditions, they could gain insights into how different factors influence their history. This could help them understand the consequences of past actions and potentially guide future decision-making processes. The simulation might serve as an educational tool, providing inhabitants with a rich, immersive environment to learn and grow. This could involve a form of experiential learning, where individuals are placed in various scenarios to develop skills, knowledge, and wisdom. The challenges and experiences within the simulation could be designed to foster intellectual, emotional, and moral development, preparing participants for roles in the real world or other levels of existence. A simulation could be designed to test the ethical and moral development of its inhabitants. By presenting individuals with a series of moral dilemmas in challenging situations, the simulation could evaluate their responses and growth. This type of environment might be used to assess character, integrity, and the capacity for empathy and compassion. The results could have implications for the individual's status or progression within their society or spiritual system. The simulation could simply be a form of entertainment or recreation for the beings who created it. Much like humans engage in video games, virtual reality, and immersive storytelling, an advanced civilization might create simulations for emulation or amusement. This perspective aligns with the idea that life within the simulation could be akin to a grand, interactive story or game, providing endless possibilities for creativity, adventure, engagement. A simulation might be used to explore a multitude of possible scenarios and outcomes. By running numerous simulations with different parameters, creators could examine alternative realities and the various paths that could be taken. This exploration could help them understand the range of possibilities within their own universe, aiding in predicting future events or making more informed decisions. The purpose could also involve the advancement of technology. Simulations could be used to test new technologies in a safe, controlled environment before implementing them in the real world. This would allow for rapid innovation and refinement, reducing the risks associated with deploying untested technologies in reality. The feedback and results from the simulation could guide technological development and implementation. The simulation might be a tool for exploring philosophical and existential questions. By creating and observing a simulated reality, the creators could investigate the nature of existence, consciousness, and reality itself. This might involve deep questions about the nature of being, the purpose of life, and the fundamental structure of the universe. The simulation could serve as a laboratory for philosophical experimentation and discovery. Another possible purpose is to experiment with social and cultural configurations. A simulation could test different forms of governance, economic systems, and social structures to observe their effects on societal development and individual well-being. By experimenting with various configurations, the creators could identify optimal ways to organize the societies and improve the quality of life for their inhabitants. The simulation might be designed for spiritual or metaphysical exploration. It could be a means for beings to experience physical existence, develop spiritually and actually, and explore concepts of identity, purpose, and interconnectedness. This perspective aligns with certain religious and spiritual traditions that view life as a journey of growth and self-discovery. The simulation could provide a context for spiritual learning and enlightenment. The purpose of the simulation could encompass a wide range of objectives, from scientific research and historical reconstruction to ethical testing and entertainment.
Each of these purposes reflects different aspects of the potential motivations and intentions of the creators, inviting us to consider the profound possibilities and implications of living in a simulated reality.
The simulation hypothesis, which suggests that our reality might be an artificial simulation created by an advanced intelligence, carries profound spiritual implications.
These implications touch on fundamental aspects of existence, consciousness, the nature of the divine, and the ultimate purpose of life. Exploring these dimensions can offer new perspectives on age-old spiritual questions and potentially reshape our understanding of spirituality. If we are living in a simulation, the creators of this simulated reality might be perceived as akin to deities or divine beings. This raises questions about the nature and intentions of these creators. Are they benevolent, malevolent, or indifferent? Do they have a purpose for creating the simulation, and if so, what is it? These questions parallel traditional inquiries about the nature of God or gods in various religious traditions. The simulation hypothesis might suggest that our creators possess advanced intelligence and capabilities far beyond our comprehension, much like traditional concepts of a divine being. The simulation hypothesis could imply that life has a specific purpose or objective designed by the creators. This aligns with many religious and spiritual beliefs that life is a journey with a higher purpose, such as spiritual growth, moral development, or the attainment of an enlightenment. If our experiences are part of a simulation, it might suggest that we are being guided or tested in ways that contribute to a greater plan. This perspective can provide a sense of meaning and direction, encouraging individuals to seek out and fulfill their perceived roles within the simulation. Many spiritual traditions, such as Buddhism and Hinduism, teach that the physical world is an illusion, Maya, and that true reality lies beyond our sensory perceptions. The simulation hypothesis echoes this idea by suggesting that our perceived reality is a constructed environment rather than the ultimate truth. This parallel reinforces the notion that spiritual enlightenment involves transcending the apparent reality to understand deeper truths about existence. It encourages a focus on inner knowledge and consciousness rather than external appearances. The question of free will versus predestination is a central theme in both spiritual and philosophical discourse. If we are living in a simulation, it raises questions about the extent of our free will. Are our choices truly our own, or are they influenced or predetermined by the simulation's programming? This inquiry can lead to deeper reflections on the nature of free will, destiny, and the interplay between individual autonomy and overarching plans. It might suggest that while we have the illusion of choice, there could be underlying structures guiding our paths. Consciousness is a core component of many spiritual practices and beliefs, often viewed as the key to understanding reality and connecting with the divine. The simulation hypothesis places consciousness at the forefront of the discussion, as it posits that our subjective experiences are central to the nature of the simulation. This perspective aligns with spiritual teachings that emphasize the importance of self-awareness, mindfulness, and the cultivation of higher states of consciousness. It suggests that consciousness might be the bridge between the simulated world and the higher reality of the creators. If our reality is a simulation, it raises ethical questions about the behavior and responsibilities of both the creators and the inhabitants. For the creators, there are questions about the ethics of creating sentient beings and subjecting them to simulated experiences. For the inhabitants, there is the question of how to live morally within a potentially artificial reality. This scenario can inspire a renewed focus on ethical living, compassion, and the pursuit of good, as it might suggest that our actions are observed and served and judged by higher intelligences. It can reinforce the importance of ethical behavior as part of a broader cosmic plan. Many spiritual traditions believe in the continuity of the soul and the concept of reincarnation.
The simulation hypothesis can provide a framework for understanding these beliefs.
If our lives are simulations, it is conceivable that our consciousness could be transferred to new simulations upon the end of one, much like moving from one level of a game to the next.
This idea resonates with the concept of reincarnation, suggesting that our experiences in this life are part of a larger, ongoing journey of the soul through various simulations or realities. Spiritual traditions often emphasize the quest for enlightenment or self-realization as the ultimate goal of human existence. The simulation hypothesis can be seen as a metaphor for this journey.
Just as a player seeks to master a game and understand its deeper levels, individuals might seek to transcend the apparent reality of the simulation to achieve enlightenment. This perspective can inspire a deeper commitment to spiritual practices and the pursuit of higher knowledge, seeing the single simulation as a training ground for spiritual development. Many spiritual teachings emphasize the interconnectedness of all beings and the unity of existence. The simulation hypothesis can support this view by suggesting that all entities within the simulation are part of a single, interconnected system created by the same intelligence. This perspective can foster a sense of unity, compassion, and empathy, encouraging individuals to recognize their shared existence and work towards the common good. It reinforces the idea that we are all part of a greater whole, with our actions affecting the entire simulation.
The simulation hypothesis can be seen as part of the broader spiritual quest for truth. It encourages individuals to question the nature of reality, seek deeper understanding, and can explore the mysteries of existence.
This quest aligns with the spiritual journey, which involves questioning appearances, seeking wisdom, and striving to understand the ultimate nature of reality.
It invites individuals to engage in a process of continual learning, growth, and exploration, driven by the desire to uncover the fundamental truths of existence. Navigating the simulation, if we accept the hypothesis that our reality is a constructed environment, involves understanding and leveraging its rules, mechanics, and underlying principles. This exploration invites us to adopt a perspective that combines scientific curiosity, philosophical inquiry, and spiritual wisdom. Here's a detailed look at how one might navigate this simulated reality.
Just as a player must understand the rules of a game to succeed, recognizing the fundamental laws and constants of our universe is crucial. This involves studying physics, mathematics, and other sciences to comprehend the basic operating principles of our reality.
Delving into quantum mechanics, relativity, and cosmology can provide insights into the nature of space, time, and matter, revealing how the simulation is structured and how its rules govern our existence.
Embracing a mindset of skepticism and critical thinking is essential. This means questioning the nature of reality, our perceptions, and the information presented to us.
Engaging with philosophical and scientific debates, exploring alternative theories, and challenging conventional wisdom can help uncover the layers of the simulation.
Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and introspection can also enhance our ability to discern deeper truths beyond the surface reality.
Since consciousness is central to the simulation hypothesis, enhancing our self-awareness and understanding of consciousness is vital.
Practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and lucid dreaming can help us explore the boundaries of our consciousness and experience states that transcend ordinary perception. By cultivating higher states of awareness and expanding our consciousness, we can gain deeper insights into the nature of the simulation and our role within it.
Harnessing technology and innovation is a practical approach to navigating the simulation. Advances in artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and computational science can provide tools and insights that enhance our understanding and interaction with the simulation. Developing technologies that allow us to visualize, manipulate, or transcend the simulated environment could offer new ways to explore and navigate our reality.
Navigating the simulation requires a strong ethical and moral compass. Reflecting on our actions, intentions, and their impact on others and the simulation itself is crucial. This involves cultivating virtues such as compassion, integrity and empathy, and making choices that align with higher moral standards. Understanding that our behavior might be observed or influence the simulation's dynamics can motivate us to act with greater consciousness and responsibility.
Creating and joining communities of like-minded individuals can enhance our navigation of the simulation. These communities can provide support, knowledge, and collaboration, fostering a shared understanding and collective growth.
Engaging with others who are also exploring the simulation can amplify our insights, provide diverse perspectives, and strengthen our resolve in the face of challenges. A lifelong pursuit of knowledge and wisdom is essential for navigating the simulation. This involves studying various disciplines from science and philosophy to spirituality and the arts.
Engaging with the work of thinkers and scholars who have explored the nature of reality, consciousness, and existence can deepen our understanding and provide valuable insights into the simulation's workings.
The journey through the simulation requires resilience and adaptability. Being open to change, embracing uncertainty, and developing the ability to adapt to new information or challenges are crucial.
Cultivating a mindset that views obstacles as opportunities for growth and learning can help us navigate the simulation more effectively, maintaining our balance and clarity amid the complexities of existence.
Creativity and art are powerful tools for exploring and expressing our experience within the simulation. Engaging in creative activities, whether through painting, writing, music, or other forms of art, allows us to tap into deeper levels of consciousness and connect with the simulation's underlying currents. Art can also serve as a medium for communicating our insights, emotions, and visions, fostering a richer understanding of our reality. Engaging in spiritual practices and seeking mystical experiences can provide profound insights into the nature of the simulation. Practices such as prayer, meditation, fasting, or participating in rituals can help us transcend ordinary reality and experience higher states of being. Exploring mystical traditions from various cultures can also reveal universal truths and common themes that resonate with the idea of living in a simulation, offering guidance and inspiration for our journey. Ancient wisdom from various spiritual and philosophical traditions can offer valuable guidance for navigating the simulation. Concepts such as the Tao, the Yoga Sutras, or the teachings of the Buddha provide frameworks for understanding existence and our place within it. Integrating these timeless insights with modern knowledge can enhance our ability to navigate the simulation with wisdom, balance, and purpose. Engaging in scientific inquiry and experimentation to test hypotheses about the simulation can be both exciting and enlightening. This might involve designing experiments to explore phenomena that could indicate the simulation's nature, such as studying anomalies in quantum mechanics, investigating the nature of consciousness, or exploring the limits of human perception and cognition. By systematically testing these hypotheses, we can gather evidence and refine our understanding of the simulation's structure and purpose. By combining these approaches, we can enhance our ability to navigate the simulation, gaining insights that enrich our understanding of reality, our purpose, and our potential within this intricate and fascinating environment. Exiting a hypothetical simulation. If we accept the premise that our reality is an artificial construct, involves exploring ways to transcend or escape the confines of the simulated environment. This concept touches on various aspects of philosophy, technology, and spirituality, each offering different perspectives on how one might achieve this goal. Here's a detailed exploration of how one might attempt to exit the simulation. The first step towards exiting the simulation is to understand its underlying structure and mechanics. This involves analyzing the rules, algorithms, and frameworks that govern the simulated reality. By studying the fundamental laws of physics, the nature of information processing, and the parameters of the simulation, we might identify potential vulnerabilities or pathways to exit. This could require interdisciplinary research combining insights from quantum physics, computer science, and metaphysics.
If the simulation operates based on certain parameters or constraints, manipulating these parameters could offer a route to exiting.
This might involve developing advanced technologies or techniques to alter the fundamental aspects of the simulation, such as its computational limits, energy thresholds, or boundary conditions.
Techniques might include exploiting glitches or inconsistencies in the simulation to bypass its constraints and reach a point of effort.
Advancements in technology could play a crucial role in exiting the simulation. This could involve creating devices or systems capable of interfacing with or penetrating the simulation's framework.
Innovations in fields such as quantum computing, artificial intelligence, and virtual reality might provide tools for accessing or interacting with the simulation's core.
By developing technologies that can operate beyond the simulation's normal limits, we might create pathways to exit or transition to a different level of existence. Some theories suggest that transcending the simulation may involve shifts in consciousness or altered states of awareness.
Practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and lucid dreaming might help individuals achieve higher states of consciousness, allowing them to perceive or access dimensions beyond the simulated reality.
By expanding our awareness and exploring the depths of consciousness, we might gain insights or experiences that reveal pathways to exit the simulation. If the simulation has creators or higher intelligences, seeking their assistance might be a viable approach. This could involve developing a form of communication or interaction with these beings, expressing our desire to exit the simulation, and requesting their guidance or intervention.
Understanding their motivations and intentions could also provide clues about how to navigate or transcend the simulation. This approach might involve a combination of technological, philosophical, and spiritual strategies.
Another possibility is that exiting the current simulation may involve transitioning to higher levels or dimensions of simulation. If our reality is one of many simulations or layers, moving to a more advanced or different simulations, or a different simulation might provide a form of exit.
This could involve reaching a point where we can access or interact with more complex or refined levels of existence, ultimately leading to a transition beyond the current simulation.
Spiritual and metaphysical practices may offer pathways to transcend the simulated reality. Traditions and philosophies that emphasize the pursuit of an event they, self-realization, or communion with the divine might provide self-realization, or communion with the divine might provide methods for escaping the confines of the simulation. Practices such as asceticism, mystical experiences, or esoteric knowledge could facilitate a deeper understanding of reality and open doors to exiting the simulation.
Observing and investigating anomalies or glitches within the simulation might reveal opportunities for exit. These could include unexplained phenomena, inconsistencies in the laws of nature, or unexpected occurrences that challenge the simulation's coherence. By identifying and analyzing these anomalies, we might uncover weaknesses or openings that allow us to bypass or transcend the simulation. Engaging with theoretical models and hypotheses related to the nature of reality and the simulation might offer strategies for exiting. This includes exploring concepts from theoretical physics, cosmology, and philosophy that address the structure and limitations of the simulation.
Theoretical work might provide frameworks or methods for navigating beyond the simulation's boundaries, such as concepts from string theory, multiverse theories, or cosmological models.
Exiting the simulation might benefit from collaborative efforts involving multiple individuals or groups. Working together with others who share similar goals or insights could amplify our collective knowledge in a village.
Collaboration might involve sharing research, experiences, and strategies, leading to a more comprehensive understanding of the simulation and potential methods for exiting.
Documenting and sharing knowledge about the simulation, including research findings, personal experiences, and theoretical insights, can help build a collective understanding and identify exit strategies.
Creating a repository of information and collaborating with others can facilitate the development of effective approaches to transcending or exiting the simulation.
Finally, exploring alternative realities or dimensions might provide insights into exiting the simulation. This could involve studying or engaging with theories and practices that propose the existence of parallel universes, higher dimensions, or alternate planes of existence. By understanding and potentially accessing these alternative realms, we might discover new pathways or methods for transcending the simulation. Navigating the complex and speculative terrain of exiting a simulation involves a multifaceted approach, integrating scientific, technological, philosophical, and spiritual perspectives. Each of these strategies offers unique insights and possibilities, contributing to a broader understanding of how one might achieve this profound goal. As we ponder the future of humanity within the context of a simulated world, we stand at a profound crossroads of understanding and possibility. Whether or not our reality is a sophisticated construct, the implications of the simulation hypothesis offer valuable insights into our journey and evolution. Embracing the idea of a simulated world challenges us to rethink our place in the cosmos and the nature of our existence. It encourages us to scrutinize the very fabric of reality, to question the boundaries of our knowledge, and to explore the depths of our consciousness with renewed vigor. In doing so, we are invited to confront fundamental questions about the purpose of life, the role of free will, and the nature of the divine. The future of humanity, whether within a simulation or not, hinges on our ability to adapt, innovate, and grow. It calls upon us to harness our technological advancements to deepen our understanding of the universe and to foster a sense of ethical responsibility. Our actions and choices will shape not only our immediate experience, but also our broader legacy within this intricate and potentially vast simulation. As we move forward, let us remain open to the mysteries that lie ahead, driven by a spirit of curiosity and a commitment to discovery. Let us strive to navigate our existence with wisdom, compassion, and creativity, recognizing that the journey itself, regardless of its nature, holds profound significance. Ultimately, whether we find ourselves in a simulated world or a fundamentally